Strategy games have been around longer than most, but they still remain niche to most audiences. Some can be pretty intimidating to jump into as a new strategy player. There are resources to manage, armies to control, big decisions to make, many hours of gameplay, and more. However, once you dig into this genre, you'll find some of the most rewarding gameplay the hobby has to offer. Every victory feels hard-earned. Every loss feels fair. Okay, they don't always feel fair. And failing becomes a chance to learn how you might play better next time. If you prefer strategy games, then we have the list for you. In this list, we're going to highlight some of our most anticipated upcoming strategy games of 2022 and 2023. Enough talking, I have many games to go through, so let's get into it. Also, sub to the channel if you're new around here. It will be really honored to us, and please help to achieve 100k subscribers. Well, first of all, we talk about Frostpunk 2 is the sequel to the highly acclaimed BAFTA-nominated Society survival game. And that blended city building, strategy and management gameplay, creating a brand new genre. The age of Steam has passed and now oil leads the way as humanity's newest salvation. However, with new threats on the horizon, the future of the city looks even grimmer than before.
Some say we abandoned God. But it is us, not them, who brought us this far. And those who make sacrifices today will reap the rewards of tomorrow.
Dark Moon is a real-time strategy game enriched with survival elements. In this game, we build new constructions and conduct research on advanced technologies. It is also a home for our subordinates and a tool for extracting the resources needed to carry out our task. Its mobility enables us to be in constant motion and avoid the deadly light. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign is a medieval RTS on a massive scale. Choose your kingdom and become the king as you wrestle over control of Europe in the fresh take on medieval real-time grand strategy. Manage provinces, gather armies, initiate diplomacy, and dabble in espionage. The path is open. Become the true sovereign of your people and raise armies to defend your lands or take war to the enemy. Even jump into battle directly in action-packed RTS combat.
Ride with your knight to defend what was and the dream of what could be.
The most anticipated game, Task Force Admiral, is a strategy game set in the realities of World War II. More specifically, experience the thrill of leading American aircraft carriers to victory in this innovative full 3D command simulation wargame set in the Pacific in 1942. In this game, we play the role of the Admiral in charge of the Pacific Sea and Air Force. The game was developed by Dry Dog Dreams Game Studio. The publisher is Microprose Software.
Press 1, Flat Top. Enemy fire at 12 o'clock. They're everywhere! We're under attack! Somebody get them off of us!
Homeworld 3 is the third installment of the most anticipated space RTS series, launched in 1999. Tactical, beautiful, and wholly unique, the GOTY-winning sci-fi RTS returns with Homeworld 3. Assume control and battle through fleet combat in dazzling, fully 3D space, while the award-winning story unfolds on a galactic scale.
Ops, did you track that hostile signal? Was there for a moment, then nothing.
Contact. Hostile fighters inside the structure. It's an ambush. They are targeting our resources. All interceptors with me.
Guns set ready and logging on. Just sweep work. I've got tracking errors. Going manual. Sweep right. There it is. Adjust load rate. Can't get loose. Push your target. Fire fire. Need help. Copy. Pushing through.
Go ahead. Fleet command. Raiders are stardust. But we lost some good pilots.
Well, let's talk about Jagged Alliance 3 is the third main installment of the iconic turn-based strategy series, launched in 1995. In Jagged Alliance 3, select from a huge cast of mercenaries, all with their own unique personalities, quirks, and backstories. Then go out and explore Grand Sheen as you meet new people, earn money, grow your team, and ultimately make your own decisions that will decide the country's fate. Brave, a new world, and Stranded Alien Dawn, a planet survival sim placing the fate of a small, marooned group in your hands. Forge your story through compelling and immersive strategic gameplay as you make vital decisions to protect your survivors. Well, now we talk to Laysara. Summit Kingdom is a challenging city builder which tasks you with creating a new home for your people forced out of the lowlands. During a campaign or sandbox playthrough, you will establish multiple towns, each on a unique mountain with its own traits. All of your towns coexist in symbiosis, creating a trading network, which you can then adjust to your needs by revisiting already developed settlements. The Kingdom of Laysara has to be rebuilt. Okay, let's talk. Manor Lords is a medieval strategy game that combines deep, organic, and realistic city building with large-scale tactical battles. Manor Lords aims to provide a griddled, organic city building experience with full freedom of placement and rotation, but utilizing snapping tools to make planning more comfortable. Experience World War II, real-time strategy gameplay like never before. Men of War 2, the new chapter in the evolution of the top-rated RTS franchise, brings you more units, with different specializations to lead, pinpoint historical accuracy, and new levels of visual and audio excellence, all combined with the series' original heart-pounding action.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you.
Defiance is a real-time strategy game based on the Terminator, Dark Fate, universe that follows the war between humanity and Legion's synthetic intelligent machine network. In the single-player campaign, you take the role of a commander in the Founders faction and guide your army in an attempt to foil Legion's plan to exterminate the last remnants of humanity. Well, let's get into the Valiant. It's a real-time strategy game with RPG elements. Embark on a journey of brotherhood and redemption in the Valiant, a squad-based RTS set in 13th century Europe and the Middle East. Command and level up your medieval knights as you fight through an epic SC campaign, then take your skills online in both cooperative and competitive MP modes.
God's name.
What happened to you, brother?
On the march. Back off, knaves! By your command!
The legendary strategy franchise is back. Company of Heroes 3 is the ultimate package of action, tactics, and strategy. Take charge in the heat of real-time battle and set in the realities of World War II. Then command as a general, guiding the overall campaign where every decision matters. This time, the campaign focuses on Italy and North America.
The outskirts of the city are now ours. We set up a forward base, urgently building a triage center for the wounded. We rallied together and prepared for the final assault. We made our way toward the city square. They were expecting us, but we were one step ahead of them. Even with the help from the British, we knew this was going to be an uphill fight. German troops were gathered in the main square. We didn't expect that level of resistance. Under heavy fire, buildings collapsing around us, and for a while, they had the upper hand, but we kept on pushing.
Well, next number is Farthest Frontier is a complex real-time strategy with an extensive economic aspect that takes us to a world inspired by the European Middle Ages, and this is an early access game. Protect and guide your people as you forge a town from untamed wilderness at the edge of the known world. Harvest raw materials, hunt fish, and farm to survive. Produce crafted items to trade, consume, equip, and fight with as you battle for your survival against the elements and outside threats. Falconeer is a large-scale real-time modern warfare tactics game. A unique army building system and deep units. Customization tools allow for endless replay abilities. With 200 realistic military units and technologies, each battle is more immersive than ever before.
France, year 13.
Okay, let's talk. Crown Wars, The Black Prince is a turn-based strategy game with RPG elements which take us back to the times of the 100 Years' War. You are the head of a noble family seeking glory in the tactical turn-based strategy game. Fight enemy factions and battle an evil force that has corrupted the highest echelons of power and is exploiting the conflict of its own gain through a violent and mysterious cult.
And unholy sacrifices. On the edge of the abyss stands a handful of men and women devoted to knowledge, the last bulwark of light.
City of Atlantis is an isometric city-building survival game set in the world of the mythical land of Atlantis. According to legend, the city far surpassed other nations in terms of scientific, military, and economic advancement. One day, however, it vanished from the face of the earth. Now, after centuries, it re-emerges from the ocean's depth. Next, we have Tortuga. A Pirate's Tale is a turn-based tactical game in which you command your own pirate fleet and strive to become known as the greatest buccaneer to ever prowl the 17th century Caribbean.
Must not forget that our ship will need a few improvements here and there. A thicker hull, more powerful cannons, and of course, we cannot forget a figurehead worthy of the marvelous Caribbean Sea. And when it's least expected, we'll strike. The whole world is open to us.
The Wandering Village is a city-building simulation game on the back of a giant wandering creature. Build your settlement and form a symbiotic relationship with the Colossus. Will you survive together in this hostile yet beautiful post-apocalyptic world, contained by poisonous plants? Floodland is a post-catastrophic survival city builder set in Earth's devastated wetlands. On the outskirts of Drowned City, you must lead your small group of nomads to rebuild society. Explore the remains of the flooded city and score it for resources so that you can rebuild society with a thriving new town.
And we found it here. In the Floodland.
Next, we have Ixion, combine city building, survival elements, and exploration into a thrilling space opera as you explore the stars. Propelled onwards through a perilous journey, you are the administrator of the Tikkun space station, charged with finding a new home for humanity. Well, now we talk to Builders of Egypt is a city-building economic strategy taking place in the Nile Valley. Immerse yourself in a world full of pyramids where you will become a part of the ancient world. Create history, be history. Builders of Egypt, formerly known as Hard Ancient Life, is the debut title of Strategy Labs. Well, now we talk to SuperPower 3 is a modern geopolitical sim in a planet Earth setup. Rule the world or challenge your knowledge about demography, economics, military strategy, as well as political issues across the globe. Compete with or against other players, or just try to do better than the real-life politicians.
Spreading all over the world now. What do we see? Incompetence, imbeciles, weak leaders, not able to rise up to the times. Our times. This is why, as a new generation takes over, everyone should be fully aware of one thing. Today is not about me. Today is about all of us. Today is about our movement. There are millions of us out there joining our cause. And it is together, bound by this cherished heritage.
No man has ever been able.
Gourd is a single-player adventure strategy game featuring developing societies, airy, forbidden lands, and remarkable mythical creatures. Complete quests and manage a populace whose personal stories and well-being impact the fate of the settlement.
We will tread into cursed grounds and face unspeakable horrors. Whatever may come to pass, I ask only one thing: the survival of our people.
Okay, let's talk. Victoria 3 is a new grand strategy game from Paradox Interactive and is a sequel to the 2010 game Victoria 2. A simulation of 100 years, starting in 1836. Choose any nation and guide it through a tumultuous and transformative century. Your political, economic, and diplomatic decisions will let you change the fate of millions as you shape your society and claim your place in the sun. Now we talk to Tempest Rising is an RTS inspired by the greats of the genre. Led by the Command and Conquer series, Tempest Rising is a classic. Base-building real-time strategy game set in a modern-day alternative history war scenario. We find ourselves in the middle of a conflict between three fractions with control of Earth at stake. Okay, let's talk. Clash 2 is a turn-based strategy game. It was set in a dark world inspired by history and is a continuation of Clash from 1998, where people will get the chance to immerse himself as a commander of one of correlate fractions.
Jedyny zesłał nas tutaj, do kraju przesiąkniętego plugawymi bóstwami, aby je zwalczyć. Ale żadna bitwa nie rozstrzygnie się sama. I tylko dzięki wam, dzięki krwi przelanej za sprawę, łaska naszego Boga rozkwitnie! Bić do wymarszu!
Conquer Eo in the rich turn-based strategy game set in the world of SpellForce. In a journey from humble star with a small wizard's tower, explore the lands of Eo in a quest for magical might in this ever-changing strategy role-playing game. Defeat armies and heroes in tactical combat, find mighty artifacts, raise knowledge and magic to become the most powerful mage of all.
History is filled with
History Untold is a turn-based, four-time strategy developed by Oxide Interactive. Build a nation and lead your people throughout history to the pinnacles of human achievements as you explore new lands, develop arts and culture, conduct diplomacy and go head-to-head with your rivals to prove you are the greatest ruler ever known. It's your world now.
And when your people speak, would you listen? How would you lead them in this new world? History is filled with moments of greatness, but these will be yours.
Okay, let's talk. Bulwark Falconeer Chronicles is about Thomas's love for creating and pit-bashing fortresses and settlements, and it aims to bring that joy back to gamers. In the game, players will create their own fortified settlements within the haunting landscape of Earthy, the world of the Falconeer.
We will build higher. We will build stronger. We will dream a new world.